Hi everyone. Today we're going to discuss about NMPA registration testing. We're going to explore the essential testing requirements and the procedures necessary for compliance with NMPA regulations. Testing for NMPA registration means to have a test unit tested by NMPA authorized testing centers or laboratories in China. Besides preparing the test unit, one of the most important documents that must be available is the Product Technical Requirements, PTR. PTR is a document that outlines all technical parameters of the device, anything from the performance specifications to safety indicators. It is crucial that PTR includes relevant Chinese national and industry standards for this type of device. Testing method must also be described in detail. The steps should be clear to ensure objective, measurable parameters are verified. When drafting a PTR, one must review multiple documents first. For example, the technical file typically includes the specifications and descriptions of the device functions. Verification reports can be the design verification or verifications of each engineering redesign or upgrade. IFU has the customer-facing parameters and claims. These three documents are typically from the manufacturers. As mentioned before, PTR also needs to include requirements in NMPA guidance documents for this type of device to be registered. Guidance documents typically include the basic performance and safety requirements, which must be verified during testing. The relevant national GB standards or industry YY standards are also parts of the PTR. Other key contents in PTR can be software version for active device, material composition for non-active device, and other important facts and specifications. Lastly, PTR must include test methods, which are used during testing to verify these specifications. Here's a template for a typical PTR. Section 1 is the identification of the product, such as product name, product model, sizing information if there is any. Section 2 is about the specifications, functions, and performance criteria. In this section, IEC and EMC requirements are included. Software version, cybersecurity information, and requirements from technical standards are included in this section. Section 3 is test method, corresponding to the specification listed in Section 2. Section 4 typically lists the special technical terms used in the PTR. Appendix are for lengthy testing methods that are too long for Section 3 and have to be listed separately. In this slide, I want to explain the difference between safety parameters and efficacy criteria. For active device, safety parameters means IEC, EMC requirements. Alarms are definitely safety-related parameters. For effectiveness, the device specifications, performance criteria, software version, cybersecurity capabilities are the items to be written in here. For non-active device, biocompatibilities are definitely the safety measures. Material interactions or degradation needs to be verified as a safety factor, along with other specifications and interactions with other devices for drug and device combination devices. When deciding where to conduct testing, manufacturers need to choose a lab that has been accredited and authorized by NMPA. Here are the top 10 medical device testing centers authorized by NMPA. These centers all have had many years of experience testing a large variety of medical devices, but each still have its own unique expertise. For example, Shandong Center is known for biocompatibility, Tianjin tests more orthopedics products, and Zhejiang is known for its expertise in laser systems. Besides the centers, there are many more other centers that that manufacturer can choose from. A simple online search could provide some source for further investigation. For a company that is capable to test in-house, NMPA does allow manufacturers to submit their own inspection reports instead of testing in China. Let's see the requirements and limitations in the next 2 slides. Here are a few key requirements in this self-inspection regulation. First, the manufacturers must integrate the self-inspection into their quality management system to ensure adequate capability. Second, the inspectors must be dedicated personnel. They cannot be shared with other departments of the company. And 3, special labs must be professionally managed with adequate management and controls, and should have obtained the Chinese CMA accreditation. CMA stands for China Metrology Accreditation. There are 2 major limitations in the self-testing regulation. One is EMC and IEC testing must be done in China. Second, the performance indicator testing has to be done at accredited third-party lab. So in summary, the self-testing regulation is a welcome measure, but in reality, it is quite difficult to implement. In this and the next slide, I'm going to mention some challenges in managing NMPA testing. For active devices, as in any testing, technical support should always be front and center. It should be available all the time. So when a test unit malfunctions or test methods are not clear, someone can step in and resolve the problem quickly. Having a backup test unit is always a good idea. And also make sure that all optional accessories are available at testing. And if there are several models in one submission, be aware that EMC has to be done in all models, but for IEC, testing can be done on one representative model. When testing non-active device, again, I have to mention the importance of having technical support nearby, and prepare sufficient samples and comply to Chinese testing standards, of course. Please define the tolerance for the specifications, the plus and minus percentage if possible, and be aware that the coating on your finished product can affect the final result of the testing. And be mindful that chemical testing can be tricky at times, so be aware that always specify the testing method in detail, including reagent preparation. In summary of planning and executing NMPA testing, may I suggest to plan and prepare early. We do some tests such as EMC in-house before sending the test unit to China. Investigate, read, and understand the guidance document and technical standards. Ensure enough samples and all accessories are available to testing. In the end, our goal is, and always is, shorten the testing time in China.
Thank you for watching this video. For more information, please reach out via email at info@whitneyconsulting.net or visit our website.